Shane and Hope Lee, Ukrainian Bell Carol. Hope Lee, Toccata, Opus 111, number 6. This one, though, currently attending Dreyfus High School of the Arts piano department. And we actually matched today. not by accident. Oh, here. Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. But yeah, not by accident. Well, she actually chose a dress to wear today, and she sent a picture to me earlier. So I said, "Well, hope I have a dress, similar to that. Would you like me to match it?" I was kind of kidding, joking, and she goes, "Oh my gosh!" She thought it was so sweet, so cute to have like mother-daughter, matching. So she convinced me. I was gonna wear something else, but yes. So yes.
For my office, like no.
So there we are. So you're looking at. Okay. Her and I also go long way. I mean, she came before Abby did. When I first met her, it was shortly after she turned 6. So it's like almost 12 years. This is her first recital photo.
Oh my gosh! That haircut was not my choice.
Okay, it's really. This is the only time she had bangs and short hair. She always had this long hair. I think, if I remember correctly, I'm sorry, I don't mean to embarrass her, but I think your mom just decided just to get her bangs and short haircut. So she cut her hair, and she was so little she had she didn't know any better. She's like, okay, mom's cutting my hair. So this is the only time she has this hairstyle, and we still laugh at by saying mushroom head. So, right. So you're looking at the Asian beauties on stage. Actually, a lot of Asian mermaids, 2 Asian mermaids here, and I have quite a bit of Asian beauties in this audience too. But most of you know I'm Japanese. I'm from Japan. But Hope and her families are from South Korea. She's Korean. And speaking of a family, though, not only her and her brother today, she performed on the program. I also had a privilege to teach her older sister, Faith. I think some of you here still remember. I taught her about 10 years, and she graduated from me 3 years ago, and now she currently attends University of Florida in Gainesville. So I actually joke, so there are 3 of them I taught at one time, so I call it Lee Dynasty. Yes. But I guess Lee Dynasty is going to crumble now because 2 out of 3 is going to graduate, leaving me now. But I'm here for you still, Chan. So anyway, so she was very little when I first met her, and but from the beginning, she was also very talkative, very outgoing, social, and very tough. I think you can't help becoming tough if you have a tiger mom at home, well, like myself too. So, but she loved to play the piano. She always loved the piano, and I still remember. Well, just for the record, when I first met her, it was just her and her older sister, because they were like 3 years apart, right? And then 4 years apart. And from here till Shane is 7 grades apart. So when I first met them, he was like this. I mean, he was not even turned. He was just born. He was not even 1 yet. So for a while, it was just her and Faith. So I remember your parents used to have a store for female product, for the retail store. And they sold bags, shoes, or clothing for women, I believe. And then a lot of times, well, sometimes, her and her sister gets picked up from school. And instead of going home, they sometimes goes to the store and then spend time there because that's their family store. And then so they even had a keyboard in the back room so that they can practice. See that commitment? But sometimes they forget the piano books. to practice. So I remember her coming to a lesson looking really guilty and then telling me, Miss Yoko, I couldn't practice so many days during this week because I forgot piano books, to bring it to the store. So I thought that was really sweet. Then when the time came and then she auditioned for middle school, this one for the piano department, when they had a prior teacher, Mr. B, and she went for 3 years for piano there. Now by this time, so she's now 6th grade and her older sister's 9th grade or so. Their lesson was getting longer and longer and later because we talk and play and talk more and play. So set that knowledge aside. Really, we were obviously very bonded, and then she felt really committed to me. And this is a story to show you how it was like. I think you remember this. She was at school and talking to her friend who was also a piano major, who she still is friends with at Dreyfus. And I don't name her name yet.
Yeah.
So anyway, this girl has also an Asian piano teacher. And I know who she is. She's a wonderful teacher. And but she was bragging to Hope and telling how much better her teacher is compared to me. How good she is. And then she was telling all kinds of things about her teacher. And then Hope was just not going to have it. This was feisty, so she wasn't just going to sit down and listen. So she said, wait a minute, wait. How long is your piano lesson? And she goes, I don't know, like hour and a half or something, 2 maybe. And she goes, mine's like 3 hours. And then this girl goes, well, but she really stays, late with me and, try to help me. And she goes, is your lesson goes up to midnight? Because mine does.
Oh my God.
It's really late, but it's really goes that late. I mean, because we talk and play and talk more. So anyway, so forth. So when she went to high school, she started this new trend, sort of. One day, we were talking in a lesson, of course, and then I told her, Hope, I was looking at my closet, the other day. And I have so many dresses because I perform a concert, so I have so many dresses. And I was thinking, how long would I be able to wear these dresses looking presentable? Because if I have, all these wrinkles or whatever, that wouldn't look right. So she's like, well, then maybe you sell it, or, take it to the thrift shop or something. I said, yeah, you're right. But I said, I'd rather give it, or, have someone who knows me, and it means something to, to them to have it. And then, but obviously, you have to have a same body type as me, right, to fit in a dress. So I said, Hope, you would be definitely a candidate. You can, maybe if you need a dress, I can rent it to you. So that was that. And then a few months gone by. Now the recital time come. And then I asked her, just in a conversation, so what are you going to wear for the recital? Because girls, obviously, it's important what kind of dress you wear. So what are you going to wear for this recital? She apparently went home and told her mother about the conversation that we had at that time. And she goes, oh, yeah, I was wondering, my mom and I were wondering, maybe you can, I can borrow one of your dresses. So I said, yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, I didn't, I was totally fine. So I went home and I picked out a few dresses. And then, so 2 recitals ago, she wore a purple one. That was and my purple one. Last year she wore a white one. And then this year, this is hers. This is her dress. Well, actually, I really wanted her to wear one of mine for the finale, but no, this is gorgeous. So, but no, instead she had a performance at Dreyfus. It's called Prism Concert. It was at the Carver Center, and which was 3 days ago. And she wore my red dress. So that was very sweet. So she started this rental, and then it's really started, it's taking off now. Today, Emily Nieto is wearing one too. She's in black. not you, probably. If you want to. So anyway, most memorable moment, not moment really, this one is very special. I mean, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, and my husband always tells me that you're talking too much, but they took step with me for over 10 years, and this is one time, so please bear with me. So, as I said, going from elementary school to Bach for piano department, it went rather smoothly. But from Bach middle school, the arts piano department to Dreyfus piano wasn't so smooth. So, I remember we worked really hard, I prepared her with Mozart piece. She played beautifully. I will never take that back. She was prepared, she was ready. She went to the audition. I was 2,000% confident. And 2 or 3 months later, you get the result. And then I remember getting a phone call from her, sobbing, hysterically, crying, saying I didn't make it. I thought she was joking. I mean, I was that confident. I thought you were pulling a plunk on me, really. So for a while, I'm like, no, you're kidding, right? You're kidding, right? No, she wasn't. And then it took me a while to realize, oh my gosh, she really didn't make it. Now, some of you, I've already said to you students, I always tell my students, you and I are a team. We work together. You know, so your victory is my victory. Your failure is my failure. So I felt terrible. I felt so responsible. I let this girl down. But there's nothing we could have done. So we went through the summer because the audition, the result comes in April or so, and then she had to go to Dwyer because that was her homeschool. And she had to heal because most of her friends made it in. That made it even worse. But she had a good attitude. She said, you know what, this is, what's meant to be, then I will, follow, whatever, to pass it out for me. So she went to Dwyer. I was so worried because she didn't know anybody. She had no friend. And then I remember she cried on the first day, and texted me. She didn't have anyone to sit with at lunchtime, and it was terrible. But her being so outgoing and talking, I mean, she made friends quickly, and she was doing fine. She adjusted really well. But obviously, there is always a talk. Do you want to re-audition to 10th grade? But I was not going to force it to her, obviously. It had to be her decision. Besides, there's no guarantee. So can you imagine if she, get rejected twice? I mean, I wasn't going to make her, obviously. So August came, September came, and she decided, you know what, I'm going to audition. Heck, what I'm going to lose, what I have to lose. So we chose a piece, and we worked hard again as a team. And this time we prepared, obviously very hard, but differently. I prepared her, telling her, you know what, your goal is not to get into Dreyfus. Your goal is to do your best. And whatever outcome is the outcome. But knowing you did the best you could should give you a peace. And then if they didn't want you, then heck with them. That's their loss. And of course, guess what? She made it in the second time. I'm so proud of her. That really was the most victorious moment of my teaching career. I remember driving to your house at 10:30 at night after I finished, and then she came out from the front door and then going like, because she knew I would scream. But I told her, remember this. I mean, this is a life lesson for both of us, really. If you wanted something so badly, don't you ever give up. Keep at it, because you can't get it. You really can. It can be possible for you. So I think that was really most memorable and very special story for me as, I mean, that was learning experience as well for myself as a teacher. So, I know it's been a while, but anyway, so she is going to graduate in May from Jarvis. And she has already actually been accepted from college, so I know she is leaving me, for sure. But she, yes, one of them. And she already, of course, has applied more schools, and she's waiting to hear from, just like Abby, just not December 14th though, right? So, this one here is really, once again, very hospitable. So she's trying to, change the world as well as Abby wants to. Get into, I don't know exactly really, I don't think she knows, but political science, maybe for the social work to, change the, unprivileged people in this world, try to change the system, trying to make the, better, make a difference in this world. So, obviously you worked so hard all these years, but I would like to recognize your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lee. Can you please stand? And so many more years to go, actually, because he's only 5th grade.
He's got a long way ahead of it.
Anyway, so hope you've done it. You're beautiful and you played wonderfully. I'm so proud of you. And Emily, yes, I would like to recognize you with the beautiful flowers. This is my dress too. Thank you, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. So